Welcome to the age of the married single mother. What's up, YouTube? I want to show you guys a video, but before we get started, I want to show you a reference video. And this is a video, it's called What My Japanese Wife Cooks, okay? And I'm going to play the beginning. You can see that. So I'm going to play the beginning of this video so everyone can get a listen to this, okay? This is an American, and he married a Japanese wife. And he is detailing what she cooks on a weekly basis. Okay, so here we go.
For dinner, my wife and I pretty much eat at home unless there's some special occasion or event or something like that. So if you don't know, my wife is Japanese and she usually cooks. So I just wanted to give a glimpse of what it's like for us. So my wife starts work and ends work earlier than me. So she gets home and she's the one that...
So we're going to let this video play, okay? So I want you to just watch the video and just get a good look. So obviously they both work, okay? And I want to show you a video that's trending right now. Let's take a listen to this video and we're going to react to this on the other side, okay? And here we go.
Because there's many a black woman, and I myself was a married single mother.
Sis, when I got married, I did not sign up to be a married single mother. I used to look at family members and friends, and I thought I had sympathy for them. They're doing this all on their own. And then I had to sit back and realize that I was a married single mother. I worked a full-time job, and I would come home, I would pick up the children, go by the grocery store if needed, get them ready for bed, get them ready for the next day, bathe, and then maybe crawl into bed about 11:30 and jump up 5 o'clock in the morning and do it all again while my partner lay down and snore or lay down and rest, come home from work, all he did was eat, take a shower, watch TV, and go to bed at his leisure. And don't let it be the weekend and I needed a break, because then he would say, I'm not babysitting, or he would go out the door and never look back and say, well, who's going to keep the kids? He would just walk out the door. Babysitting, you're parenting. This is called parenting. So many of us are married single mothers and we didn't even realize it, if we're honest with ourselves, that that's the case. And so then when we do recognize it and you realize you didn't sign up for this, how did we as women assume all of the responsibilities for the children when we work outside the home? It blew my mind. And even if we don't work outside the home, the at-home mother, she needs a break as well. She needs somebody to support her in parenting as well. So what's your thoughts? Are you a married single mother? Or did you realize that? Are you in this situation now? Leave your comment.
Okay, so we see this video, and we're probably going to see this trending in social media, but this is an American woman, and she's basically saying that if this were a job, she's saying that I don't like my job. I'm not satisfied with my job. I have a couple of problems with this video. The first of them being, if this is a family issue, this probably should not be on TikTok. That's problem number one. And of course, problem 1A is, if you're having this problem, it's probably best to take this to family, right? But I would say problem number 2 is, if you were this woman, or if you were married to this woman, what would you want to eat her dinner? Do you think that she's putting the same kind of love that you're seeing in the bottom right? Do you think she's putting this kind of love into the food that she's cooking? Or do you think that she's just making whatever is expedient because of her situation? Now, of course, we can parse. She's working, he's working, they're both tired. That's a given. But we're talking about children involved here, and children are going to need a certain level of nutrition, right? And if you're the mother or the father and you're cooking for your children, if you are worried about the nutrition that your children are getting, the last thing you're worried about is how much effort it costs. And of course it's going to cost the effort, but the attitude that's going into the cooking is extremely important, because you're talking about The future of my family is going to be based on what I choose to cook for my daughters, my sons, and my husband. Now, is there anything in this video that gives you the feeling that that is of paramount interest to her? Is she at work thinking, how can I make the healthiest meal for my family? Now, given her husband probably could help with the dishes more, he could probably help cook more, and these are all considered things. But that aside, if she is indeed tasked with the cooking, how important with this particular attitude do you think she takes the nutrition of her family? I did a video earlier about Tiger Woods' mother and the sacrifices that she made in order for Tiger to be Tiger, right? And so if you had a chance to see the kind of sacrifices that Tiger's mother made, you could understand that in this situation, she saw it paramount that raising my child is what's most important here. And I say all of that to just say this. If you are on the fence, or if you're one of the people out here wondering why there are men in America that are looking overseas to see what kind of options are available to them, you don't have to look very much further than videos like this. We can see in the bottom right, that the wife is making any variety of meals every month and every week, and she's taking pride in it. And of course, we're looking at a woman on the left who sees this as a chore. Of course, it's not fun to cook and wash dishes and run after children, but that's the job. That's the job. And quite simply, if you don't want the job, don't sign up for it. Don't be a wife and a mother. And we can scream all day about what's fair and what's unfair, but at the end of the day, we know that a man is going to have to walk up to a woman and chance divorce and losing access to his children and paying child support in order to start a family. And every man that's doing that in America right now is making that choice. I could lose access to my children. I could have to pay child support for X number of years. And I could even be in a situation where I'm paying alimony. I am going to risk all of that because I have a certain level of affection that I want to display towards this woman. If that barrier is going to continue to get higher, we're going to see more and more passport brothers doing what we're seeing now. I'm not saying that she's wrong. What I'm saying is she ready to compete? We have seen in the bottom of this video, that's the competition. That's the competition right there. I hope that women understand, especially women in America, understand when men are getting passports, this is what they're seeing. They're seeing meals like this. They're seeing women overseas making meals like this. This is what they're seeing. This here, steak dinners, and not only just that, but they're seeing that with a good attitude, a pleasant attitude, and I am thankful for the fact that I can cook this for you. And look, I'll wrap this up by saying this. The reason why Claire Huxtable is on the thumbnail for this video is because one generation earlier, this idea of a single mother, married mother, whatever she said, is unthinkable. Unthinkable. There's no way we would have heard Claire Huxtable say something like this. My mother worked a job and raised us both, while my father worked longer hours, a very difficult job, and he had probably a little bit of time during the week and a little bit of time on the weekends to spend time with us because he was working so hard. And we went from one generation of that being the Cosby norm to basically, if I'm not getting what I want or getting the help that I need, I'm a single mother that happens to be married. I just hope that women watching Passport brothers and what's going on, understand the competition is changing, it's getting stiff, and you better get ready for it because brothers are seeing these kind of meals and they're getting ready to take flights. So with that, that's all for this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one.